Hello, welcome to Manga Talk. We read a lot of manga, one volume at a time. I'm Kyle, the OTAKU husband.
And I'm Matt.
And, here's a little bit of bullshit behind the scenes of this podcast. I normally record on Indonesian Sunday, which is which is American Saturday. And, I usually have this podcast up by the latest Wednesday. Yeah, but here's the problem. We recorded this whole entire fucking episode, and OBS, the program I use to record our calls, our conversation through Discord, which I don't know if I should leave the Discord server or not in the description or not. Who knows? Maybe. But,
No, I don't want a bunch of nerds talking to me all day.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get a hold of you at the wrong hours of the day.
I don't need that shit going on.
But no, it's one of those things where OBS kind of just did not want to do the audio output capture part of it. And yeah, decided only to record my audio and make Matt's audio sound really low, and like you can't hear it unless you press your earphones all the way up, all the way in your ears. Like that's how I had to listen to that. So we're re-recording this episode.
Round 2
of Blazer Drive Volume 3. Alright, so Blazer Drive, 7 Blaze, the Shadow of the Quinlan Realm, Keenan Realm. And first off we see the cool shot of Kuroki, you know,
watering a nice flower,
being kind of the gentle soul he is. And now we're back. We're seeing Kuroki. He's got some taiyaki, some delicious taiyaki, and he's going to meet somebody.
He's on his top secret mission to find information about the people looking for Daichi and whatnot.
Yeah, and apparently this guy's like an informant.
Finds this old man just sitting in a park. Sitting on a park bench, and Kuroki hands him his bag of taiyakis, and there's 5 of them, which apparently is the code for him to hand out information. So he tells Kuroki that Kuroki asks for information on any people with rare mystickers or like.
Or just people after other guardians and stuff.
Yeah, and so the old man, the old man tells him that he didn't get the good Taiyakis, so all the information he gives him is that there are some hooligans under a bridge. Go find them.
And then that's where you get your answer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that it's not that hard to fuck up taiyaki, but like taiyaki, like it's one of those snacks you kind of have to eat while it's warm. You know,
According to this guy, the Shiba shop has the best
taiyaki in the world. Maybe that's just his preference, but he better like the red bean, or there's gonna be some hell to pay. I don't need no custard. I don't need no chocolate in there. Good old red bean.
I still think a taiyaki would sound delicious if it was filled with like grape jelly. Even some kind of jelly.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be so bad. Like some like you know, like with like some donuts, like strawberry jelly or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be kind. Or make the red bean anko paste into like a jelly.
I've never had red bean paste, so I don't.
It's
how
good.
It compares to jelly, but
it's good. It's anzuki beans with sugar melted into a paste, and
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it is really good. A lot of Japanese sweets have that. Like there's dorayaki, there's a bunch of them that I can't completely name all at the top of my head, but like, yeah, mochi, for example, has this too.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's good. But now we see Daichi and Misora's bizarre adventure.
Yeah, as they realize that Tenjik is a talking porcupine.
He's a talking porcupine hedgehog. But anyways, and then now they're asking like, what the fuck? Why can this thing talk? Because apparently he explains it. He's a blazer.
The only explanation that you get, Tenjik is just a talking porcupine because he's a blazer. So that's it.
There's no mist sticker on him that's making him being able to talk or anything like that, or like
he didn't go to the war soul or anything like that. No, he's just a blazer.
He didn't go to the Quinlan realm to gain this ability, or if we're gonna go with Pokemon and anime logic, how Meowth can't learn the technique where he can't produce money.
Yeah, he can't learn. Meowth can't learn anything because he spent all of his experience on learning how to talk.
No, he can learn. He just the one move. It's the one where he can actually produce money. It's been payday. Yeah, he can't learn that move. Any other moves he can. It's just he can't.
I thought it wasn't anything. I thought like that episode with. He explains he can't learn he can't learn anything because he spent all of his experience on learning human.
Or I guess I think they changed that.
Well,
it's
been a while, so yeah. I don't know.
I think they change that excuse every couple seasons.
Meowth is a garbage Pokemon. Anyone? No one cares about him.
I like Alolan Meowth.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Well, then again, I never played the game, so maybe he might be garbage, and I don't know. I just like his design. It's cool, and his typing.
His typing is garbage. Don't give me that shit. I'm sorry. As a Pokemon fanboy, normal dark, is he normal dark, or is he just dark?
He's just dark.
All right. Never mind then. Yeah, dark's fine. I'm thinking about Rattata.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard he's garbage. He's got garbage in his muff. He's muff garbage.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, exactly.
Tenjik is not a Pokemon.
Yeah, Tenjik is not a Pokemon, but
He's
anyway,
just a blazer.
He's just a blazer. But anyways, here's the thing. Tenjik and Daichi kind of like go at it with each other. They're just like, because he can't believe that this is real. And like he just,
what?
Yeah,
porcupine here.
Yeah, he's a talking porcupine. And now the whole time Daichi's just questioning his existence, like Tenjik's existence.
Yeah.
And then we see our cute little lolly girl like being all happy about the situation, and she just really coming on to Daichi.
Oh, she's got a thing for Daichi,
which I don't know. I think I said this last time we reported this, but if she saw what Daichi was like in the first 2 volumes, I think
probably wouldn't be so into him.
Yeah, I think no woman would be into him, let alone this lolly girl.
Who knows? I don't pretend to understand the mind of it, so.
Yeah, true. But still,
to be fair, Daichi still has a mind of a child as well, so.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. Do they say how old he is? I think he's 15 or 16.
I think back when they first introduced him, they gave his age and everything. I think he's around 15.
Okay. But she's like, you can stay with Yuka. No, get away. And they're like, no, get away.
She's just kind of creepy.
Yeah. And then if Tenjik's even more creepers, it's like, you stay away from that my lolly girl.
Yeah, she's mine. No one can have her.
She's my lolly. It's just like Tenjik's like, she's my lolly girl. Fuck off. And then they talk about Mysticers and they thought they never thought that they would be seeing a porcupine and everything. And they're at the house. And they're just still questioning that he's a blazer.
Yeah.
And he's the strongest thing here.
Yeah. But the Tenjik just tells them that it's he had the division head gave him specific instructions to train Daichi and Misora to how to be better blazers, or how to actually be blazers, stuff like that. And
and we find out what the division head's name is Melon.
Yes, Melon division head is named Melon.
Yeah, and the joke is it's the size of her head, not the size of her breasts. You know what I mean? That's actually, even rereading this again, that's actually still a clever.
Yeah, good on you, manga. You took the obvious route, or you saw the obvious route, and you went a different way.
Yeah, it took a joke that they could actually every other manga that would make a joke like that would just go that route.
Yeah.
Or if you're Bobo's case, you'll go even wackier than that. But you actually made it something that's her head shape is like a melon.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, okay, that's actually better.
Yeah. So, either way, Tenjik goes on saying that it's time for them to go through training and everything, and he explains that the test that they did in the previous chapter was so that Tenjik could get a feel for who they are and how they work and everything,
and what's their strong suits, and what's their weakest parts of them, what's their strongest abilities of them.
Yeah. Misora is the brains of the operation that thinks everything out, and Daichi's an idiot that just breaks shit.
Daichi just he just does things at full power and break shit.
Yeah, no thinking whatsoever.
Yeah, he doesn't have any real strategy to him. Well,
He
I don't
does have a
know.
little inner monologue about how it is still impressive how much power he can pull. But yeah, he's just an idiot that just runs full force without thinking.
Which, you know what? That's kind of funny when we see that, because in earlier chapters we do see Daichi have some strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I did like about him. Without him being like meh, kind of whiny about things and kind of a show off. But at least he had some shit to back that up a little bit.
Yeah. He has his own strategies. He just he thinks in the moment, not he doesn't prepare.
Yeah, true. But I think when they did this test back then, like, they the author dumbed them down a bit, kind of,
I could see that.
to probably make him okay. So there's a point of this training.
Yeah.
And then we see, like, Tenjik actually trained Kuroki and Ginga. And
Yeah.
and that's all Daichi needs to hear. Like, wait, you trained Ginga?
Well, you must be a great, or this must be the path to become a great blazer. So I'm all about it. Let's do this training. And Tenjik says no, then farts in his face.
Yeah, it's just like, no, fuck that. Just rips ass in his face. And
no manga's complete without fart jokes.
Yeah. If there was a manga that had a lot of gags in it, but this manga doesn't have that many.
This is just the one that they want to keep.
Yeah, this is a consistent gag so far. Yeah.
But Daichi's determined to fight through the fart and have this training done. So he brimes Tenjik by saying that he has pictures on his phone of Misora
in a bathing suit, and Misora's just fucking clueless about it. Like,
yeah, you see her in the background with a question mark above her head,
and we don't. I think it's implying that he's whispering to Tenjik about it, but it's like. But still, it's like
She's like 2 feet away from them. Like, they're not that far away.
Yeah, unless she's that hard of hearing. Yeah, I mean, I would hear the wait. What the hell is that for? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But then
and that's all Tenjik needed to hear.
Yeah.
So he's all like, "Why didn't you say that sooner? Of course you can join the training." So
pretty much
they're off.
Daichi pulls a scumbag Steve and said, like, "Yeah, this is how I'm gonna get him to do this."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and Yuyuka's kind of like having a fuss over Misora, like, no, you're not. Like, Daichi's mine. You can't have him.
Yuyuka has this. Her whole character is the fact that she's a little girl and she doesn't like older women because they think they're so great because they're older than her.
Yeah. That's her whole character.
Yeah.
Even though she does have a cool technique with her one sticker.
Yeah.
But now we're back to Kuroki's endeavors and seeing him at the bridge.
He down 3. I'm assuming he took down more, but the only people in front of him are these 3 thugs, and they're afraid of him because he's Kuroki. Kuroki he's the Black Swordsman or whatever his title is in this.
Yeah,
and
Kuroki the Black Swordsman.
Yeah, the Necromancer.
The Necromancer, yeah.
But so Kuroki starts asking their Miss sticker, which you see the sticker, but you don't see what it does, which is upsetting to me because
Yeah,
wacky
like
powers. I want to know what everybody can do, but I mean, it looks kind of cool. So they got some kind of like bird claw holding a dagger with swirly things about it. Like I don't know, it could be a pretty cool weapon.
yeah,
But
that would be pretty nice actually. I would like to see how that would turn out.
yeah, um, but so he asks where the Mysticker's from, and they say that some guy in a fancy business suit gave it to them to rage a bit more, which is
And it,
just a silly quote.
and it's like and they have to prove that they're not lying by like saying I'm not lying.
Yeah, and but Kuroki just says like, oh, can go, and as they're running away, the main guy of the trio, I'm getting, that runs underneath the shadow of the bridge.
And like a hand starts
Probably
slowly creeping out of him.
probably the best entrance
A character
ever
can
made.
make.
Yeah, like you notice it until looking back through this now, but like you see them as the shadow of the bridge. You see like it goes to the one guy, like he has like I don't know what that kanji is, but he's like the thing, and then it's a close up of his mouth, and you see fingers starting to form in the back of his throat, and then the next panel after that is this entire hand erupts out of it, and it's quite terrifying.
Yeah,
But
it's
the hand
but like what it's
like crushes one guy's throat.
like it's like like the word says uh Jojan Jane, which means Jojan Jane, like you gotta be kidding me, or like shit, or like
Oh shit.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much like shit, you gotta be kidding me, or something like that. Jodan Jane, like you gotta be joking. That's more actually the more term it translates.
Okay. Well, either way, the hand
Comes out of his fucking mouth and just he starts choking out people.
Crushes one of the guys' throats, and then turns to the other guy, shoots a black needle out from the out hand and pierces the guy in the back of the neck.
Effectively, probably killing him.
Yeah, he's dead. He is most certainly dead. And then Kuroki's just watching this whole thing go down, and is like, and then the guy just kind of like falls to the ground, and you see the magnificent piercing man and his fancy business suit show up.
Yeah, exactly. Just come out from the shadows, and he's probably one of the coolest villains.
Yeah, so far by far,
by the stretch. Once we see some of his cronies, some of his goons later, and they kind of suck.
Yeah, they very much do.
When he's the only competent one, and like his cronies, which I thought were probably pillars, but they're not. They're just some. They're grunt people that he hangs around with.
His crew, his minions, his lackeys, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, his grunts, his putties, I would say, if Power But and then now we're back to Daichi and the gang looking at these mist stickers on Yuyuka's wall.
Before, but bring it up again. This is one of those chapters that has really just like weird pacing, where it keeps jumping back and forth between what he's doing and what Daichi and friends are doing, and I'm fine with them, like jumping back and forth like it, but the segments that they have are so short that like it seems weird to me. It's like if this was all like like animated and everything, like
it'd probably make more sense.
It would probably make more sense. These moments are like like maybe a minute, and it cuts to the next part, and like it seems to. I think if it was just like one chapter focused on what Kuroki was doing, and then the next chapter focused on what Daichi and friends were doing.
Yeah, like that would make more sense, but
that's not what we got.
No, that's not what we got. And I could see why this is probably this probably didn't get bigger than it should have. You know what I mean? Because this had a game tied to this.
Yeah.
I mean, this was supposed to be like a multimedia franchise.
I was actually looking into the game. I'm thinking maybe I fully committed to it yet, but looking at the game, just like rolled and everything, a game is perfect. And I know somebody commented on one of our videos about how the game, the series kind of reminded them about No Game or The World Ends With You. And I completely agree. Like just change pins to miss stickers, and it's pretty much the same thing. And like saying that, like as a video game, I think this franchise so much better if they did not a DS title, like console title. I think this game
would have been
a game like that done a lot better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it was a DS title, but it was still when the I guess the 3DS or DS was still popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was still popular, so it's not a bad thing. It's just I don't think I don't think the game did well, and I don't know if the game did that well, and like the manga, while it lasted a long time, 9 volumes. That's still pretty. That's a good stretch of time.
Yeah.
But, I can see why, Kodansha's not releasing this manga beyond Volume 1 so far in digital releases. And it's just and why it didn't get progressed further in its multimedia endeavors.
Yeah.
Like anime or more video games and stuff like that. And there's points where, okay, maybe because the manga was weirdly paced and, and maybe the game didn't do so well for Sega.
Yeah.
To warrant more of this.
Dying anyway, so maybe this was one of their maybe this will pull us out of the gutter, and it just didn't. So they just dropped it.
Let's see the new Sonic, and then it was okay, let's see what Sonic's doing.
Yeah,
because that seems even though no matter how much a Sonic game is shit, people will still buy it.
Yeah, very much so.
Because that's just how it is. But anyways, now we're back with Daichi and Yuyuka and the gang.
They're looking at the Yuyuka's collection. She has
these stickers,
glass cases with all these different rare stickers in them, and is not going to give anybody any of them except for
Daichi.
But Misora buy this book Miss sticker, and then she feels healing from it.
Yeah, she feels like
she has some kind of connection to it.
Kind of like how Daichi and Shiro had their connections with their main Miss stickers.
Yeah. But I understand that's they have their connect. Everyone is their spirit.
Yeah.
But you see in when they first cut to this, you just see you don't get to get to see all of them, but you get to see a glance at some of these different stickers in this case. I'm just sitting there thinking it's they're all rare and everything. One that looks like a curtain that's opening up and a hand some kind of demonic hand crawling out of it. You got another one that looks like, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a bleeding flower or a chalice that's overflowing with blood. I don't know, but I'm looking at these and I'm just I want to know what these do. Screw the book. I don't care about the book. I want to know what these do.
Yeah, and there's one that looks like half a Doraemon.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know what that one does.
Yeah, exactly. But
But
Either way,
I don't think we do, or if we do, it just kind of there's gonna be kind of like some bullshit later where they can use them all at once or something like that.
I don't think that's the case, but I don't know. I really don't remember. But there are a lot of stickers throughout this series, so maybe there'll be some pretty wacky ones.
Yeah.
But
you can like say like I won't give it away, but maybe for Daichi I might.
Yeah. But this is where they start introducing like the main villains of the series.
The Keelan realm.
Yeah, Yuka has this one panel that's entirely just empty, and she's saving it because there are 5 super rare
Keelan
called the Keelings.
Yeah, the Keelan stickers.
There's only 5 of them, and each one is different, but they are supposed to be like the strongest stickers of all, or something like that. And Daichi makes it's like Keelings are apparently some kind of like legendary horned creature or something,
which is probably from Chinese mythology. And
yeah, I'm guessing it's some kind of Chinese mythological creature or something. But this is where Tenjik starts dropping the information. There's this rumor that there's this group of people are called like the Keeling. They call their group the Keelings, and they are the like they are controlled by like the 5. You later find out that they're referred to as pillars. They're the 5 pillars of the Keelings.
Yeah, and there's 5 different stickers.
Yeah,
based on their abilities. There's the black Kakutan, and there's the white Sakume. There is the blue Shoko, and there's the crimson Enku. And then the yellow Keelin, yeah.
Which is probably like we talked about it. It's probably like the leader of the group.
Yeah, it's probably the leader.
It has the biggest panel on its display, and compared to the other ones, it just has like a stronger reveal.
It seems like it's a stronger presence, stronger reveal.
Yeah,
like it's still like it's got a whole big panel dedicated to it. Yeah, there's some importance to this specific one.
Yeah, and also the fact that the Keelings are going after Daichi, and both Daichi and his brother use electric.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So
are more known for using electric attacks as blazers.
Yeah, so there's got to be some kind of
connection between them.
Yeah.
And like,
even Daichi even points out the fact, just a rumor, right? And Tenjik's like, well, I mean, we can't reject that it doesn't exist, so it could.
Yeah, like we can't say yes, but we can't say no either.
Yeah, it's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, and then we hear Tenjik talking about it in his head, like he's been hearing more and more about this Keelin stuff more and more lately.
Yeah.
And it's more linked to Daichi than anybody. In some weird way.
Yeah.
And then after this whole exchange, it cuts back to Kuroki and super awesome Piercing Man.
And
he is like the best. We keep gushing how great of a villain he is. But like he is just by one by design, and just how he is,
just personality. Like he's so intense.
Like he also find out he oozes good villain. Yeah, I mean
And but while he's talking to Kuroki, he reveals the sticker that he has pasted on the side of his face, and it is the black Kakutan.
Kakutan, yeah.
Which is shadow powers.
I
was trying to figure out like what his power was. Like I thought it was some kind of like teleportation thing.
Yeah, but
after all this that happens, it's shadow manipulation. That's his whole deal.
He
Darkness
basically
manipulation, whatever.
He does a better version of Shikamaru's jutsu.
Yeah. Shikamaru if he was a serial killer.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, but Shikamaru's just lazy.
Yeah.
And Kuroki just thinks he's gone, but no, he does his shadow needles in the air and shit, and
Yeah.
Kuroki blocks it with the necromancer.
This was something that I just wanted to bring up. I know we brought it up last time, but like when he was first revealed, so he has piercings on the center of his palm and the center of the back of his hand. Like what is the purpose of that? Like that's just, well, like why would you do that? But
You
then
thought it
know
would
that
probably be something stupid, but it's actually pertaining to his power.
Yeah, it's like you see like as he disappears and then he appears above Kuroki and he starts dropping down on him. You know, underneath the piercing on his palm, like grow out of it and then form the needle. And so it's like, oh, that actually makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, so he could actually use his hands as a weapon. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
actually that's kind of some Law of Weki bullshit, you know.
yeah,
In a sense too. I didn't mention that, but I'm thinking about it now. Like, yeah, that's some Law of Weki bullshit. Like, to use piercing into needles or something like that. Like, type powers. That would
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But his shadow needle technique is no match for Kuroki's massive sword as he manages to block it and deflect it into the ground. And even this man, uh, uh, how it's like he's obviously a and a strong blazer.
Yeah, and ultimate awesome piercing man is just like pretty much he's fucking with him the whole time, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's fucking with him. He's having fun. That's one of the reasons I like him as a villain. Like, he's just having a ball with being a villain.
Yes, he knows
he's very
how strong he is. He knows he can do whatever, and he just has fun with it.
Yeah, he's very Joker-esque about him.
Yeah, I can completely agree with that.
Except for him saying we live in a society.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that Joker movie, which was pretty okay, but it's just like, just hearing him say, we live in a society. Like, okay. You're not helping yourself sounding like an incel even more.
Yeah.
But even though it takes place in 1981. But like, now we go back to Daichi and the gang about to start their training.
They emerge and they follow some kind of tunnel, and they emerge from a manhole cover into some giant forest.
Which looks pretty cool. And it's like,
yeah.
And Daichi even says like, this place totally gives me a sense of training.
Yeah. And then you see Tenjik eating
a can of fish.
Fish? Yeah.
Which it's probably tuna.
I'm gonna say tuna, maybe a can of sardines or something.
Yeah.
But Tenjik explains that the can that he's eating out of isn't. It's part of the training.
And Yuka's eating a corn cob.
Yeah, they talk about how, and Tenjik's all like, "That's great. Like being hungry will help you." Just wrong. Absolute bullshit. When I'm hungry, I struggle to concentrate. But
yeah, I know what you mean. Like when I need food, I need food.
Yeah, but in the world of anime, if you're hungry, you're great at being a blazer.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna play kick the can.
Yeah, Tenjik reveals that the intense training they're gonna do is kick the can.
It's kick the fucking can.
Yep. And everybody hits the reaction panel, and then back to Kuroki.
Yeah. Which now we're now ultimate awesome, super badass villain, Piercing Man. talks about that he's part of the Quinlan realm, the Keelan realm.
He is one of the 5 pillars.
And then I believe this is where we find out about his name. His name is
Shuga?
Shuga, yeah. And like,
You want to say?
I think his name is Shuga.
Yeah. He exchanged for a bit, and they talk about Kaine and how like Kaine's like he's how Shuga's trying to get Kaine to like work for him, but like Kaine's still like a lone dog kind of character,
A lone wolf, if you will.
Yeah, and so Kuroki realizes that, well, not realizes, Kuroki thinks about how like the Keelan realm is after Daichi, so but he's got matter what. So
he's got to keep Daichi safe no matter what. I mean,
he charges Shuga and starts to plans to take him in so that they can interrogate him for everything they know about the Keelan realm, and this leads to a pretty intense battle as Kuroki is swinging around Necromancer and Shuga's just
using his shadow needles.
Yeah.
And shit, like, and even Shuga found out the place at the gas station is like their headquarters.
Yeah, like they know. He starts revealing that he knows where Division 3's
headquarters
everything.
It's like, oh shit, it's the gas station, like, and all of a sudden he's like, and then like Kuroki does this cool sword stand when Shuga is like just stabbing a sword and Kuroki's about to do like a big flip.
Yeah, he jumps through the air, he like kicks him in the back of the head, knocks him, and goes to use his sword to slash into him, but he disappears yet again. And then he gets the feeling that something's behind him, so he jumps up again, and then you see Shuga like rising, like half of his body like is rising out of the ground, and he's shooting black needles like all out of his piercings.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of funny and kind of cool. Like Shuga just looks like he's got like you could just play whack-a-mole with him.
Yeah,
which they kind of do a little bit.
Yeah, essentially that's what they do. But Kuroki's not very good at whack-a-mole.
Yeah, he can't hit the target to him.
He does, holds his own against Shuga pretty well. And then Shuga just basically just like, all right, well, I told you what our plan is. Like, get your people together, and I'm gonna kill all of them. And then he just like slowly starts sinking down into the ground as he says his goodbyes.
He's like, get your crew. I'm gonna slay them all.
Yeah. And like this is where he actually reveals that he's one of the 5 pillars, and that is Shuga, the Black Kakuten, or Kakuten.
Kakuten. Yeah, like,
and this is one of the things that like I love about him is that's just like that Shuga's in. Like he's always angry. Like
he's menacing.
This like heavy, this very heavy brow ridge. Like he's always his mouth thing or whatever, but it's like his eyes always look so intense. Like this moment where it was like when he like says his name, it zooms real close in on it, and you see,
and it just looks all
his eyes.
It looks all like, dark
all this, like his veins in his eyes and everything are being shown, and it's just like so intense, and it's just like love about
that. Yeah,
that's straight up like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. You can't stop me.
You're not gonna do shit about it. Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do what I can. I'm just gonna do what I want.
Yeah. And then he sinks into the ground and disappears, and Kuroki has to start thinking like, are they going to attack the headquarters, or are they going to attack Daichi while we're strengthening headquarters? And he doesn't know what to plan for. Yeah, so even though he clearly said the plan, like they're like, wait, like Kuroki's just like, come on, are you gonna trust that man? He came out of a he came out of an.
He came out of a person. He came out of a person.
He came out of a person and then he disappeared. Are you going to trust someone like that?
Yeah, the Keelan realm. He just asking what the hell they planning. What are they planning? But now next chapter is training. Training equals kicking the can. And we see this cool like page of Tenjik and like Daichi and everybody, like what they all kind of look like in color, you know?
Yeah, it's like this it looks like just very vibrant, very colorful.
Yeah, it's very nice. And like Tenjik kind of looks cool though in color.
Yeah, I mean he's just kind of like a weird like greenish kind of tan color.
Greenish tan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not what I expected, for a porcupine.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
He looks more like a hedgehog, but I just don't think I think they were just a lot of these porcupine.
Yeah, obviously they don't have hedgehogs in Japan. They only have porcupines there. So this is their closest thing.
Yeah. And now he gives them these mist stickers that'll be for their training.
Yes.
And we see
they slap their stickers on their arm, they trace them, and then you see that from Daichi's, it like constantly starts pouring out this weird smoke, and Misora's doesn't do anything.
Does that seriously means I'm not a blazer yet?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it always feels weird to me, like how to become blazers. It just seems like at first it felt like only a few special people are born with this power, and like no, you can just train to become this now.
Yeah, I mean you gotta train hard. Like it's not like you can just become a blazer, but yeah, like you gotta work for it for a bit. Like how the director head said, Miss Melonchan, how she said, they have to be polished.
Yeah, that is true. They need to be whipped into shape.
Yeah.
But no, it just at first it went from at the beginning. It felt like not everybody's a blazer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they even said that it's like not everybody can become one, but Misora had what it took, or at least so the division head
senses
all-knowing eyes.
Her bondage gear and eyes sensed it.
Yes, her bondage gear started tingling. But so Tenjik goes on to explain about how it's the reason why their stickers are activating or behaving the way they're doing is the way the sticker it is affected by how much
power they can use.
How much power is being poured into it, and Daichi's power tap is always open, so it's just constantly flowing into it, and Misora's is constantly closed, so there's no power coming out at all. So they have to learn how to
control their power better.
So, yeah, this is basically Daichi needs to learn. Misora needs to learn how to start.
Yeah, Daichi needs to be able to lessen his power so he doesn't kill himself, and Misora just really needs to actually learn how to open the power. Yeah. They tap into it, and and it's just funny. Like he says, if once you play this game while the Mysticker is activated, and if I find you, and so it is mentioned that that Daichi would if Tenjik catches Daichi just gets a fart in the face.
Yep, that's if they get caught, they get punished, and if Dai, he's gonna get a fart, and if Misora gets caught, and just
Something,
laughs. So
just something perverted will happen with her.
yeah,
It's implied that something really, he's just gonna do something really perverted with her.
but so the training starts away.
Yeah,
No, we can't go 10 seconds
without finding out what's going on now with Kuroki.
Yeah, Kuroki heads back to the headquarters and start the direction chief everything that he just dealt with.
He tells Melon-chan the whole shebang with Shuga and what he's gonna do.
Yeah. They deduce that if they already know about this, if they already know about their head, we already know about where Tenjix is.
Yeah, so they're just gonna. It just seems like he's gonna tell them that they're gonna storm Tenjik's place.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and like, is it possible that there's a spy? But that can't be happen.
Yeah.
That can't be happen at all.
It's impossible. But
And leaving that.
Yeah, literally leaving that, and then we go back to Daichi and Daichi and their Naruto-esque training.
Yeah, we hammered in, like the last time we did this, we really hammered in the comparisons to Naruto, and I know I like towards the end I mention it, like I really don't care how these two series are, like they. But it's whatever. You do notice it, like literally this entire kick the can scene
is Kakashi's
training.
Yeah, it's Kakashi's Bell's training.
Yeah, it's the bell training. It's exactly what it is. You even hear, like, it cuts back to Daichi and everything, jumping from tree to tree. Like, literally, like, all these shots, just remove Daichi and put a picture of Naruto, and you wouldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, this is not like, because there's been allegations against Seishi for plagiarizing.
Yeah,
and same thing, and going around too that Musashi plagiarizing Seishi because they're twin brothers and they're influenced by the same shit, and their art style is very similar.
It's like we said, it's pretty much like it was like, I'm gonna make a ninja manga, and then the creator of this was just like, like, all right, if he wanted to do a ninja manga. Well, I can't do that because my brother's doing it, so I'll make a ninja manga, but it won't. Done.
Yeah, just cross out ninjas and put blazers.
Cross out chakra
with
spiritual energy.
Yes, and cross out weapons with mystickers.
Exactly.
Yeah. And and this is not, and this stuff like here, and later on in this volume too, there's a lot more.
Yeah,
to the point.
It's noticeable.
It like this. Okay, this could be just like a happy reference.
Yeah.
But the next part, like in this volume, is blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
That he lifted it as a lot more, like, it's not helping the plagiarism allegations.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could even talk about the fact that Tenjik, because like Kakashi himself was never actually like perverted, but he does have his like adult magazine or adult reading novel that he
reads, which is written which is written by Jiraiya.
Exactly, but then there's Jiraiya, who is a there's a lot of connections.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, I would say Tenjik is probably a combination of Kakashi and Jiraiya together.
Yeah. I mean, I started, like, I didn't think about it last time, but thinking about it now, like, being a is have the hair that Jiraiya has.
Yeah. And then now, like, now we see that Daichi's ready to kick this can. He's ready to get this fucking can. And then now Tenjik pops out of the ground from underneath the fucking can.
And moves it right out of his way, and Daichi falls to the ground.
And then Tenjik gives him a fart to the face.
Yep. Jumps straight onto his face and farts directly under his nose.
And then now Misora, who's basically being watched by Yuyuka, but Yuyuka doesn't seem like to give a shit and just sleeps.
She sleeps Daichi.
Yeah, all she cares about is like Daichi.
Yeah, but that Tenjik and Daichi are fighting, so she uses that chance to run out and kick the can, and she gets right up to it and kicks it full force, and it doesn't budge at all, and she hurts her foot.
It's like she probably broke a toe.
Probably.
It's
and
like, oh,
this is where it's explained, where Yuka comes up, and steps on the can. You guys know how to play kick the can, right? Kids still do that these days. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, probably. Who knows?
This is where I think it's old. I don't think anyone.
I don't.
No.
I think kids watch other kids on YouTube how they play kick the can.
Yeah, it's one of those things that your parents talk about, like pushing a hoop with a stick. Like, no one does that. But,
or running one of those bikes with one wheel is bigger than the other.
Yeah. But either way, Tenjik explains that there is another sticker
inside the can,
and it is active.
And it's the same.
Like
it's the same sticker.
Yeah, it's the same sticker. Basically, like they need sticker activated on themselves in order to move the can, and but the thing is that the smoke that the sticker emits, smell it. So because Daichi's constantly pouring, will always know where he is, and because Misora's isn't activated, Tenjik won't know where she is by smell, but she has no chance of moving the can.
Yeah,
so this is their training. This is where they have to learn it.
But that is kind of smart though. Like, it's kind of cool that Tenjik's an animal in that point because it's scent based. Like he can sense the energy coming from the Mysticker. And even though Misora is not tapped in yet, and where Misora's not tapped in yet, but like he can still sense when Misora's still kicking the can because all you hear is a ding and ow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much how that you can sense that happening.
Yeah. So this is literally just a. One of the training is to control their individual spiritual power.
Well, more or less, Daichi has to literally lower his power, and Misora has to tap into it.
Yeah, it's controlling it, controlling their flow, if you will.
Yeah.
But this is what he thinks about it, and is like, yeah, if I can do this, then I'll be able to use my
Tamamayu.
Well. Without killing myself, and Misora's all do this, and then I won't be a burden to Daichi anymore, and I can show the pride of women. And,
so she can show some girl power.
That pretty much becomes her character. She's all about woman power and whatnot.
Yeah, and then I think I may have mentioned this last time when we recorded this, but like I from what I heard from you telling me, and like from what I've heard from other people, that she just fucks off and becomes Sakura.
Yeah, she's Sakura's right on up. A couple of chapters, like the end of this volume, and like, then also the next volume when we do that is going to be her like coming of age moment. It's the moment when she does she shows how badass that she can do. And after that point,
she shows her ability. Yeah, she shows her ability like once, and then becomes like support.
Yeah,
and that's
kind of on the sidelines for the rest of the series.
And that's kind of sad. Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, like a spoiler.
I could be wrong. maybe she does have some moments later on, but from what I do remember, she does. She's on the sidelines for a lot.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But now they're getting ready to be. They're now more pumped up to do the training.
Yeah, they're all fired up now. They're gonna keep on doing it. But enough of that nonsense.
And now we go back to the horrible pacing that this has.
Yeah, back at headquarters, Nolan Chan have gathered all the all of the Blazers in one place. Nolan Chan makes a note that there's this one guy, Kagekyu, who is I'm pretty sure he is the man that was next to Daichi when Daichi was being punished. Yeah.
And this guy always gets punished, apparently.
Yeah, because I know in previous chapters before that, he was still just hanging there alone without Daichi. So he's always being punished for something.
Yeah, and then we see this fly go on this bald blazer guy, and then this one guy behind him smacks the back of his head, and the bald guy's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, and he's like, I tried getting the bug, but it's like, what? There's the bug's there. It got away, and the guy accuses him of being a liar. And then you see a panel of the fly going up and landing on a wall. I'm sure that won't be relevant at all.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, of course that won't be relevant.
Yeah, but enough of that now. So it jumps back to what Daichi and
it's Daichi and the gang are doing, and now it just I think Tenji just farted again.
No, he's going around. He's looking for Daichi, and Daichi's like hiding underneath a tree or something. And this is where Daichi revealed as he had created some kind of trap to catch Tenjik, and then he run the can, but Tenjik dug a hole. So
in a very Looney Tunes fashion.
Yeah, and so Daichi just kind of like falls into it, and that just kind of continues. Their nonsense kind of continues for a bit, and you just see Misora just sitting on a tree, thinking about or sitting by a tree, thinking like, how does she control the spiritual power?
Yeah, because she doesn't know. She doesn't know how. She doesn't know that she's afraid that she can't control. She can't unlock her power at all.
Yeah. And I do like the little exchange where Yuka shows up and is like, "On you," and then Misora's like, "Are you going to go back
to get to the can?"
And she's just like, "But why?
Why bother? You know what I mean? You're not going to do anything about it."
Yeah. A nice panel of Misora with the giant arrow shoving
straight to the heart, straight to the heart. Like, oh well, she got me there.
Yeah, like, well, fuck me, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then okay. She even explains here, many people can't become Blazers, but even through they meet the requirements. So just don't push yourself and give up.
Yeah, and she says that's like the world of being Blazers is cruel, so it's like just leave. But Misora's all like, oh well, that's exactly why I have to become a Blazer. So that she can support Daichi.
Yeah, which is nice. And then she's like, by that you mean that Daichi?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And Misora's all like, maybe. And then Yuka goes, hate devious girls.
Yeah, she gets all jealous.
Yeah, but Misora, how she envies Yuka's straightforward, causes Yuka to blush and run off and touch the can. And today's training, it's over.
Yeah. Oh, here, hold on. German.
Children, eat my children.
Fuck. The Dark Lord is here!
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll fix that.
But so after they end training,
Yuyuka and
shot of everybody sleeping in their room, and
Tenjik's
still looking at her tattoo. Yeah, Tenjik's sleeping in a little basket.
like a baby.
Like a little baby. Then you
And
see Daichi
Daichi still hasn't realized that the training hasn't ended.
Yeah, he's out Rambo-like.
He's like, he didn't realize that at all. That's, I think they dumbed it. They dumbed it down a bit. But like...
so he ends up falling asleep.
Yeah,
in the forest. And Tenjik wakes him up.
It gives him dog food.
Brings him a can of dog food.
Like, really, dude? Daichi's like, what the fuck? Really, dude?
Yeah. Then you see me tracing the sticker in different directions, trying to figure out how to activate it. And then Yuka decides to give her some advice, and it's just like do you even know what's... It's like you can't create it unless you imagine it.
Yeah, and, so it's a lot of concentration involved that you need to unlock this power, which Daichi and Misora are like now like they're kind of upset. They're like, wait a minute, I have to concentrate. Shit. Like,
well, they asked they both Tenjik and Yuka at simultaneously in different areas. They say it's like, just what are you concentrating on? And so they have to really think about it.
Yeah,
and
they do.
And Daichi and Misora end up on, they're on two different parts of the forest, but like they're still like near each other, but they're just like thinking about it in their own ways. And Daichi's thinking about how he's only concentrating on the on Tenjik and the can, and Misora's thinking about she's only concentrating on activating the sticker.
Yeah, on the sticker itself. Yeah, and then they notice a falcon, and they're like, oh man, that's so cool! Look at that.
Yeah,
they both see it, and they're both commenting on it.
Yeah, they're both watching it, and then they both have the same realization from it.
Yeah,
and,
it's targeting a small bird, and then they're making a realization that, like, hey, it doesn't need to be completely focused on the bird, because if it was, the bird will go away.
Yeah, it has to take its time. It has to wait,
and there's patience involved.
Daichi's sitting there watching it and is like, why doesn't it just go? Like there's the perfect chance. And the sun moves behind the tree.
Yeah,
and shrouds the hawk in
shadows. So it can't be detected.
Yeah, and Daichi makes the realization that it's like, oh, okay, it's like it's using its surroundings and everything, so that the little bird can't until the last minute, and then when it finally moves, it doesn't go for where the bird is; it goes where the bird's going to be, and then snatches it. And that's when Misora, it predicted where it was going to go, and then when it made its attack, and then both of them, and then the hawk flies off and does whatever the hawks do.
Yeah, with tiny birds.
And then both Misora and Daichi
they realize it,
realization
that you need to concentrate. You don't need to concentrate on one specific thing. You just need to concentrate and be patient.
Yeah. It's like where Daichi realizes that he was on Tenjik in the can when he should have been concentrating on his own presence, and Misora realizes that it's like the entire time she's been only thinking about the sticker, but she needs to start thinking about her own power and how to manifest it and whatnot.
How just imagine the power and bring it out. Yeah. And it's a good metaphor, I mean, for both of them.
Yeah. when I first read through this, like, it's like, all right, well, yeah, the hawk's going to go get the bird and everything. Like, it's okay, it's whatever. And then I just moved on with it. It was like going back and like rereading it this time. I find like I realized that's like, this actually like is a metaphor for like concentration and everything. It's surprisingly well done.
Yeah, good on you, manga. I mean,
yeah.
There's been some expectations of things that like you never thought would come out.
Yeah, I mean, the manga has its moment. Definitely has its moments.
It had its deep moment there of being
like
deep.
Yeah, it makes you think, and it's like, oh wow, that actually makes a lot of sense.
And now Daichi, and then it shows Daichi and Misora like they're ready. They're now ready. They're now pumped up, ready. Like now they're gonna end this training today.
Yeah, it ends now. And then you see
Yuka's sleeping.
Yeah, and Tenjik's just kind of sitting there, and then he gets a smell of something, and then it's just like, oh, no, you're there, and then they run out of the bush, and then he's all like, I found you, Daichi, but it's not Daichi, it's Misora, and then like that throws Tenjik off. He wasn't prepared for it, so
yeah,
getting to kick it, and
she was able to make it move.
It looks like she hits it full force, but it barely moves. Like it moves like a couple inches, but it moved nonetheless. And so she's all excited. It's like, yeah, I did it.
Like she was able to act. She was at least able to activate some of her power.
Yeah, and Tenjik's just sitting there, and it's just like, wow, she. And she confused me, making me think she was Daichi. That was very clever. And then at that moment, Daichi's shadow, as
like
he runs
over.
Yeah, and his sticker isn't activated, but then he activates it right at the last minute and manages to kick the can as Tenjik dives for it to try and like.
Yeah, and he kicks them both. He kicks both the can and Tenjik all the way up into the sky.
Daichi ends up doing this fucking like Rocket Man kick and launching Tenjik in the can straight into the sky.
Just like bam. And then we
get a nice shot of Tenjik wrapped up in bandages like a ball.
Yeah, I know. He looks like a stress ball with thorns.
He looks so silly and adorable. I love him.
I know, he is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, he's adorable that way.
But yeah, so after 2 days, they managed to
actually complete the training in 2 days.
And Daichi can even master Tamamayu, or Tamamayu. Tamamayu, and then Misora's all like, yeah, I can finally be a blazer now. And then Misora notices that in the panel on the wall, the book sticker she was looking at isn't there anymore. And Yuka walks up and hands it to her, and it's just like you like it, don't you? So you can take it.
And the Miss sticker's called Tengoku.
Yeah, Tengoku, the warden.
The warden. And she said they're all from my favorite collection, and she said, and Yuka gave it to her, and we'll see her use it later. And Yuka's like, well, maybe like a mature woman like you may never be able to use it. Kind of gets all like she's has too much pride about it.
Yeah,
and
Misora remembers the fact that she said that I'm not gonna give it to anybody, and then she ends up giving it to her. So she thanks her for it, never.
Yeah, and then
but she does make a comment that's like, it's only a fair trade. I'll give you this,
or like so you give me Daichi, like, okay, shit. Now she's just bartering and trading for Daichi now. Like,
I call that a fair trade. Powerful Miss Sticker for a dumbass. Yeah, I say that's fair.
I think she got screwed out actually. I think Yuka got screwed on that trade. Yeah,
it's the trade.
And then we see the bug from earlier fly to totally not Jiraiya. And it's speaking into his ear and going,
his sticker on his arm.
Yeah, with this pretty cool bug mist sticker on his arm.
Yeah. But he takes the bug and he like shoves it up to his ear and he hears some whispering or buzz, and then the bug just vanishes.
Like,
and
now they report the Shuga, talking about that the section 3 is gathering up all their blazers, and he tells that we know the obviously Jiraiya lookalike Danji, that's his name.
And then we get to see pretty much the crew as there's Shuga, the black Kakuten, or Kakuten, and then there's Jiraiya Danji, and totally not Catwoman.
Yeah, which I don't think we even get her name.
No, we do not. She's just totally not Catwoman.
Yeah, she's totally not Catwoman, and she never has a name.
Yep.
Which is kind of sad. We get Danji. Danji gets a name, but and then they reference Kaine.
Yeah, and they start saying it go up again, but Shuga's all like, "Oh, I'm sure he's got
his own reason for going."
Yeah,
but it's still going according to their plan anyway. So it's like no matter what Kaine does,
yeah,
it's gonna work out for Shuga anyway.
Yeah. And we get a nice shot of the guy that the director thought maybe
might have been a spy.
He's passed out on the ground, and you see
blood coming out of his mouth. And
Kaine's in front of the pet shop and is like, "I finally found you."
With his devilish smirk, and he is your spirit animal.
Yes. Just look at him. Look at him, and then imagine what I look like now. And we're basically twins.
He is the spirit animal. And then now we're going on to chapter 9, which is the Keeling Realm on the move. And now we get more color pages with the crew, with Shuga and the crew. Which, my God, even in color, Danji really looks like Jiraiya.
I mean, Danji's whole thing is he's wearing like a kabuki
outfit, and
kabuki outfit.
He's more traditional looking, and even his worldviews on women are a little too traditional.
Yeah, he's
for his own good.
He's very chauvinistic.
Yeah,
but I will say, like, you get a nice shot of what Shuga looks like in color, and he looks fabulous in his. He's got this like white suit with these like purple like intricate pattern like all over it, and he looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a white and purple suit with all this like kind of like snakish like pattern on it, and it looks really cool.
Yep.
Like, I'm surprised nobody cosplayed as him. But I'm a little disappointed by his hair color, though. You would have thought it'd be, like, silver or something.
I mean, it kind of... Like a I don't know...
It's a gold. Blonde. It's like a gold color. It's like a dark gold color, which... I wasn't expecting that, but that still looks pretty cool. I was more, like, thinking, like, maybe he had, like, a half and half type of color or something like that, too. Or like a silver and a gold or something like that. Or maybe more part of his like color scheme that he's already going with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
But then again,
either way, I think he looks fine.
Yeah, he still does look pretty badass either way still. So it's still cool with me.
Yeah.
But then we see the cool color shot of everybody. Like, which Kaine was a surprise too. Like, he has like pure white-ish silver hair.
Yeah, and red eyes.
Yeah.
He's basically like a really, really tan albino.
Yeah. As tan as an albino can get, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the pet shop, and he's gonna set all the animals free with Jimmy.
Yeah. So he brings out Jimmy, and he lets loose an ear-piercing scream that shatters all the glass, and I'm fairly certain would deafen all the animals. But he does it, and the dog, Kenta.
The dog, he thinks about Tenjik. He's gonna go warn Tenjik.
Yeah, so he runs in after it, or runs in to go get Tenjik.
And then Kaine notices
realizes
that
like
Kenta's doghouse there's more to it.
Yeah, no sound reflected from there, so it must be some kind of tunnel.
Yeah. And then now we see Tenjik and trying to contact HQ. Well, specifically Melanchan.
Yeah, but the communicator's not working.
And then
he starts asking Daichi for his amazing old
cell phone,
cool flip phone. Yeah, and Daichi's too busy taking pictures of himself because he's how cool he is.
Yeah, and we see even in Japan, even nowadays, you'll still see phones like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mentioned this before.
Yeah.
You still see phones like this nowadays, even though everybody has smartphones, but you still see a lot of people with these type of phones.
Yeah.
I mean, so
it's I know from a lot of just an anime, whenever character, it's generally a flip phone.
Yeah, and there's still those phones are still somewhat popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's it does that phone doesn't really even though it's still technically the future and he has a flip phone, but it's it doesn't it doesn't date the manga too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where there's some manga okay, you could tell some anime or manga where you can tell okay, this is where the time period was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of dates itself by being what time period it is.
Yeah.
But then Tenjik just pretty much bashes Daichi for his phone choices.
Well, he wants to use Daichi's phone at headquarters, and Daichi's just like,
HQ.
oh, well, it's not going to work around, and so is HQ. And it's we don't get a signal down here. It's then why do you even have it? And it's
yeah, and Daichi's kind of be okay, this is where Daichi kind of be's kind of Daichi. You know what I mean? And says I don't care about any other function, but except the one that makes me look good.
I don't care about the function. I only care that it
looks cool.
Yeah, but you start hearing a dog noises outside the door.
Yeah, I see dog noises outside the door, and he thinks it and they think it's Kenta.
Yeah.
And they think the pig Tonko ran away.
Yeah, because Tenjik rejects her. But Daichi walks over to the door to open it, and
Daichi makes a comment that it's not like Tonko can breed with Tenjik anyway.
Yeah. But Daichi opens the door, and
we see Kaine
dog noises
from Jimmy. And it's basically he did the here's Kaine.
Yeah, basically.
Shot.
But enough of that nonsense.
Now we got to go back to Melanchan and her crew, and her talking about the Keelan realm.
Yeah, and how they're going to be attacking them, and they need to be ready for it.
Yeah, she's basically warning them what they're going to be going against, and it's not going to be fun. And they realize there's a guy that they don't really recognize too well.
Recognize. She talks about how
he's not Isamu.
Her eyes. She has the all-seeing eyes. She knows how to see them, and she talks about how like she doesn't think that any of them are traitors because like they're them to be part of the group, and so she knows that they're all loyal and whatnot. And then she stops at one guy and is just like, "You're not him, are you?
You're not Isamu, right?"
Yeah, he just kind of loads into a knife and bugs.
Yeah, just like there's like a bunch of bugs coming out of his mouth, and there's like just like big old knife comes out of his mouth too. And Kuroki saves Melanchan with the necromancer.
Yeah, and then bugs just start filling the room.
He just dissolves into bugs and starts.
Yeah,
it like starts engulfing the entire room.
Yeah, but everybody realizes that their communicators aren't working, and then you get a pretty dope shot of like the entire area that they're stuck in. There's a huge cloud of bugs around them,
and they bug people.
Yeah, forming like on this like railing around them,
like just all over the railing, which is like a circular railing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then to mention about its not to harp so much on the weird pacing of the manga, it shows them putting on the electromagnetic mist sticker
to jam the communication.
But they should have showed this earlier.
Yeah, this should have happened like first, and then go into like them talking about their meeting and everything. But yeah, Danju, Jiraiya, sends out his bug cloud into the ventilation system, and then it goes back to Kuroki running through the halls, cutting down bugmen.
Just slashing and gashing bugmen, and
and he gets to a giant hole
in the ceiling.
And it's one of those things that I feel like they would have known
that this was happening. They should have heard that.
Yeah, there should have been some sound. I feel like if a giant like meteor crashed through your house, you'd know about it.
Yeah, at least a rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Down your newspaper for a second, like I feel like that's the normal reaction.
Yeah, you'd be like, it's just like it's not like it's more like he's just going like, oh shit, there's a hole.
Yeah,
back to my newspaper type of shit like that. It's not like holy shit, there's a fucking hole in my ceiling. It's not that kind of. It's not that kind.
Yeah.
But, and then we see the best entrance that Suga makes yet. He's like, now I'm your dick.
Crook is all around him. He starts looking around, and then he says, he hears someone say, over here, and he looks down to see Suga coming around.
Right. It just from the shot, I know it's coming out of his belly, but just the way it just looks like he's coming out of his crotch.
Yep.
He's like, I'm your dick now, boy. Let's get and what he says to let's get this party started now.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now we see Kaine now. They now went outside to battle because it's not a good place to fight in Tenjik's small place.
Yeah, so they Kaine followed after them, and they're all hiding. Kaine's like taunting them, saying that it's like the destroyed by now, so there's no place for you to run to.
Yeah, and then they're talking about like pretty much. So Daichi's gonna stay back and fight Kaine, and then
because he's the one that he's at.
Yeah, that's the one who Kaine's at. Daichi's one that Kaine's after, and Kaine just starts like chopping trees down with Jimmy.
Yeah, he uses his chainsaw noise / slaughter, and then throws his guitar.
Yeah, throws Jimmy around and like starts
and he just
chopping
cuts
trees.
down a bunch of trees. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty
He should be a musical lumberjack.
Yeah.
Yeah, say that would be a better profession for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but
now this is where they go split up.
Yeah, Daichi just decides to stay behind you run to headquarters to warn everybody what's going on, or check on everybody, see what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Yuyuka goes with Misora.
Yeah. Daichi realizes that he doesn't actually have his
Tamamayu.
His Tamamayu, so he only has the electrical one, and Kendachi, I think it's called.
Kendachi, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but he's just like, well, I already committed to this, so I'm going.
So, well, I'm going for it now.
Yeah.
And a pretty cool shot of him putting on Kendachi.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, he makes a like he stands up from like all the trees falling over and everything, and he walks over to Kaine and
he's like, yeah,
I'm going to tell you, I changed now, as he slaps his sticker on.
Yeah, now he's not the same Daichi that he was.
Yeah.
When they first fought.
And Kaine looks more than pleased to hear that.
He's like, yes. Give it to me.
You're going to
You're gonna die now, boy. That's what he's like. And then we see Misora and Yuyuka. Yuyuka's doing like a wall run.
Yeah, she's just kind of taking off.
Yeah, which more Naruto comparisons right there, wall running.
Yeah.
And then we see totally not Catwoman.
Yeah, Misora's struggling to catch up. She hears something behind her and turns around, and totally not Catwoman, just holds her by the chin in a very, very seductive manner.
Way.
Really. Yeah, and then she starts she looks like she's going to shove her. She has really long, sharp claws, nails. Sorry, she's totally not a cat.
Yeah.
She has long, sharp nails, and she's about to poke Misora's eyes out.
Literally claw them out.
Yeah.
And then we see the rock and roll cake hammer.
Yeah, Yuyuka uses her. I guess it's a mystic, or you never really see her put anything on. But yeah, she uses the rock and roll cake tech. She has a giant roll cake on a fork, and she uses it like a hammer.
Which it's still really cool. It's really funny how the kanji works too.
Yeah,
the rock and roll. Yeah, it's really funny.
The joke was there, and they made it.
Yeah, pretty much. And she calls Catwoman here an old woman.
And totally not Catwoman's like, well, city. And Misora is like, Tenjik tells Misora that she needs to get to the HQ quickly. So she goes to run, and then she trips and falls down, and all of her stickers fall out of her pack.
As Misora does.
Scared. Yeah.
As Misora does. We were talking about this last time. There's no Velcro in this world. There's no a button or
No. Just packs are just.
At least
nothing's ever secure.
Not a zipper. You know what I mean?
No. It gotta be easy access.
Yeah, or just
have more an extra motion in there.
More lazy access is more like it.
Hell, man, even a be more secure than this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just tie them up in a rubber band. It'll be a lot easier.
Don't even use your backpack. Just stick all your stickers on you already.
Yeah, keep them on you at all times. Sure, it may kill you, but hey, you don't need that backpack.
Yeah, but Misora starts thinking about how
she starts doubting herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she really can't do this. And she starts thinking about Daichi, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then it cuts to Melon-chan being attacked by bug people,
Big bug
and
people. Yeah. Oh my.
two bug men fuse together into one
Become one giant bugman.
He jumps straight at Melon-chan and then gets blasted into bugs by
Misora.
blast of air, and then that Misora was the one that stepped in, like Blazer of Guardian. I'm here now.
I'm here, Misora. And she's like
I said, this is the beginning of her moment where she starts doing that.
This is where she actually her badass moment.
Yeah. And, well, like,
the beginning of
this
it.
Is
the inklings of it.
This is leading up to it, but yeah.
And like, and even Melon-chan is like acknowledging like you become a good blazer now.
Yeah, and this is one thing that kind of like irritates me just about is this is basically what she gets falls into is like like I said that she's about to have her moment, but literally her whole thing was stick by onto headquarters to warn the direction chief, and then she shows up, she saves the direction chief, and then her everything that's going on, and then she hands her Tamamayu and is like, go take this back to Daichi. And then so she runs off to go do that.
Yeah,
this is Misora's character. She ping-pongs around.
Pretty much she is now the ping-pong quest person now.
That's all she's used for anymore, and it's very upsetting.
Yeah, it kind of is. From what we know, what we might know later, that's all she's gonna be.
Yeah,
and even less that.
Run here, deliver plot, then leave. That's what she does.
Deliver the MacGuffin, and which, in case the MacGuffin is the Tamamayu.
Yeah.
And the division head's like, you really are my favorite.
Yeah. She moves on to take care of this last bug man
with
front of her.
Whips.
With her mighty, mighty whips.
With her mighty, mighty whips. And now we cut back to Daichi and Kaine's battle with each other, and it's just more Daichi at first dodging most of his attacks, and then he pulls
to cut down a tree and like kick it over of Daichi, and Daichi just goes like full force lightning fist and
use the full power blast.
Yeah. He unleashes his full power and manages to cut the tree in half.
I like that little panel shot though of the.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. He looks really cool in it, and it's like, well, bam. And now
Kaine's, oh my god, his attack is more stabilized.
Now he's like, even Kaine's even impressed.
Yeah,
and he gives like the evil smirks of impressed.
Kaine drops down to the ground and looks up, and he is.
Daichi says like, "You're going down, son."
Yeah,
with the thumbs
Daichi
down.
gives him the big thumbs.
The big thumbs down. And then now we see the whole of, I guess, the place, and then we see Misora running with Tamamayu in her hand, ready, trying to get it to Daichi, and we see a good shot of everybody in their battles.
Yeah.
And that's where the chapter ends.
And the next chapter only gets better.
Yeah, only gets better from here. The final chapter of Volume 3 and Chapter 10 of the entire series. Despair gives courage to a coward.
Yep.
Which we see a nice color shot with Blazer Drive written in an old timey font.
Yep.
And like We see Yuka eating all these sweets and Tenjik having a piece of cake as well.
Yep, they're having a party. It's a Christmas party.
They're having a cake party.
Yeah. And this is one great where this opening page I feel like it's just like drawn better than most of the series has been, where like you just see like an explosion and then like you see Daichi jump out of the explosion and then you see guitar shoot out.
Yeah, like,
and then like Daichi does like a flip dodge as the guitar.
It's like
nearly cuts into him.
Yeah, was only inches from his face.
Yeah, and
the
then
blade.
Daichi grabs onto a tree branch and everything, and it just looks like it's.
It looks really nice.
Better. Yeah, it looks better than most of the manga has been thus far.
Yeah, well, because it's a nice color page too. So I mean,
lately
in these volumes here, and this volume, this is probably the peak of Blazer Drive. Probably was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see it.
Because, like, where it's getting a lot of color pages.
Yeah, shit's finally starting to hit the fan, so...
Yeah, this is probably where the manga was at its peak. Well, I don't know, maybe there might be more colored stuff later? Because it ran for 9 volumes, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more going on.
But, like, this is almost every chapter. There's at least, like, a color page.
Yeah, but, like, this volume in particular, like, every chapter was colored. At least the first page was colored.
Yeah, like, at least one page was... Oh. Bless you, baby.
Sorry.
It's okay. But anyway,
right there.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's like every page was... at least one page was colored. Yeah. Either like the title page or like at least a couple colored pages of manga was actually colored, and I think Kishimoto and his assistants were actually were under ball in this volume. You know what I mean? It's worth of with this worth of manga. You know what I mean?
I completely agree.
And now we just see Kaine at Daichi just kind of having a Texas standoff in a sense.
I didn't realize it the last time I read it, but like now looking through it, like Kaine's sitting there and he's all like, "How much longer will you last?" And if you look at Daichi's already pretty, and Kaine doesn't look like he's been hit at all yet.
Yeah, he looks like he's been roughed up a little bit, but other than that, I mean,
yeah.
But those are mainly flesh wounds.
Yeah, barely any.
Like it's a scratch. But now we see Misora again running with her.
Yeah, running through the aqueducts, the underground. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know what that
sewer-like system.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just you don't know what it does.
Yeah, some kind of big like some kind of like I guess like a quarry or construction zone. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, and then we see a bug.
A fly on the wall, if you will.
Yeah, we see a bug on the wall, and we see a bug on the wall, and we see a bug in the wall, and we see Misora climb up some stairs. And we see good old not Jiraiya Danji.
Good old Jiraiya Danji sitting on his grenade balls.
Yeah, on his grenade Geta sandals, like, which I will admit that's kind of cool. That's probably the only cool. Well, he is cool in design. It's just.
Jiraiya is really cool in design. So
so
copying it.
Yeah, him copying that, like, yeah, it's. Like, I don't want to keep harping on this, but like, it's gotta be.
I just want to point out the fact that it's like Misora, like she has these balls on the end of her.
Yeah, at the end of her hair, like these curls. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, she's got those. I'm talking about like her skates that she's wearing. She's got like these She got 2 of them that she and that like lets her like skate and stuff. And then you see Danji over here, and he's wearing like the what are they, Gaeta?
Like get the sandals,
wood,
yeah.
the samurai wooden sandals, but giant ball in the center of them, in the bottom of them. But I know from like other people were saying that these those like those old school like samurai wooden sandals, they're incredibly uncomfortable. So I'm just wondering
I've tried them on.
how much more uncomfortable would they be if there was just a single ball in the middle of them?
I've tried them on before. I don't know. I thought they were all right, but like,
Yeah,
I will admit, probably not. Like, you can wear them for a while, but like, I guess after like a long walk, you wouldn't be able to do too much long walks with those. I think.
I mean, yeah, just being, they don't really have arch support or anything.
Well, when you stand in them, you can do it. It's not hard. It's just like it takes a bit to get used to.
I guess.
But like his get the sandals are a little different. His act like the version that are a little taller and that are only one block underneath instead of 2. Yeah, I mean one long.
They just,
it's more of a reference to like a Tengu like reference.
Okay. Yeah.
In a sense. But Danji, not Jiraiya. I just
he looks like Jiraiya, Kyle. We get it. We all acknowledge it.
Yeah, we all acknowledge it. Yeah, I know. I gotta stop. It's like he's Jiraiya. I know he looks like Jiraiya. It's not helping the case at all.
Nope.
And it's just
But now runs out in front of him. He calls after her for her to wait.
Yeah.
And that he will not let any guardian get away. And Misora notices the bug sticker that he's got on. And then Danji goes on
a tangent. He goes on a tangent about how girls are weaker and like you're gonna be fighting Daichi's place. You make me laugh.
Yeah,
woman.
And how he says that he's part of the Quillen realm, and Misora remembers that the totally not cat lady said that she was also
part of it as well.
So she's gonna have to make her stand against them, and even like you said, Danji's going on about his tangent
about this. It's like he's like, woman, you can't beat me. Now go make me a sandwich.
Basically, like, but you get a nice shot of Misora. Like I didn't realize it before, but you get this nice shot of Misora like angry as she's just like staring down.
Like staring down Danji and like literally now pointing her finger at him like you know what? Screw you, boy. Screw you, man. I'm gonna beat you.
I will defeat you and then move on.
Yeah.
Like, please.
And Danji's like, he's like, bitch, please.
But enough of that nonsense. Moving on.
Enough with Danji and Danji and his misogyny, and now we're gonna go see totally not Catwoman
fighting
against Lolly Girl.
Yeah, Yuka and Tenjik.
I always forget Tenjik's a part of the battle.
You won't forget by the end of this.
Yeah, by the end you won't forget, but I always forget in the beginning that he's actually involved. Because they only give him like small panels.
Yeah.
So you don't
a small character. He's got to have small.
No. Like, but they don't give like in his reaction.
Yeah,
shots.
I get it.
Like you'll seem to pass it sometimes.
And it doesn't help that most of this good anyway, but
yeah.
But yeah, so totally not Catwoman is clinging to the walls with her long nails, and Tenjik's just kind of like sitting there, not really doing much, and but
yeah, he's not really helping the situation.
Yeah, and then Catwoman's all like, "Well, I'm just gonna
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick your asses now.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible for you guys to take a mouse and a brat to take me on." And Yuka gets all mad because he's like, "How he hates the fact that like she's being called a brat." But like, it's like so she starts calling her an old hag.
Yeah, exactly. She calls her an old hag, and she's going on like, she like, you keep repeating old to a fully sexy young woman like me. Like, don't tell me that you're jealous. Like, she's taunting her.
Yeah, and Yuka even stops for a minute and is like, "What?" And then totally not Catwoman's all like uses that to make her attack and knock her off the wall.
Yeah, knock her off the wall with the giant roll cake. Looks like the roll cake's like about to fall on her.
But Yuka's fine. She's a professional blazer.
Yeah.
And she steps up, and Tenjik's still just kind of like sitting there shaking, not doing anything.
And she even reacts like, "Why the hell are you just doing nothing?"
And she's like, "Well, if you're not going to do anything, like, I know you said not to use it, but I'm going to use this speed up sticker." And Tenjik's all like, "No, don't do it. It'll drain your energy." And she just completely ignores it.
Yeah, and she just does it. Drive.
Yeah. And she has like a mini heart attack for a second, but then her speed is like increased.
Increased, like now she can keep up with totally not Catwoman.
Yeah. And really nice shot of a nice battle right here.
Yeah, as, this battle was actually really good. I mean,
yeah, how like Yuka like stops Catwoman's attack and then like knocks her hand away, goes to hit her with the hammer but misses. Hammer hits the ground and she uses it as a pivot to go and kick and sends her flying away.
And Tenjik just all he does is hop into her boobs.
Yeah.
And even Yuka gets like a reaction shot, like, "Really? That's all you did? Come on."
Yeah, it's like she knocks the Catwoman away and she's all like, "It's not done yet. Go, Tenjik." And Tenjik's just like, and then jumps straight at her, lands directly in her boobs, gets the whole like nosebleed rocket launch directly out of there.
And then like, just like she like, and I think she even says here like, "Tenjik, don't tell me you move strangely before just because the enemy is a sexy woman." And then like and then she kind of contradicts herself, thinking like, "Oh, maybe she's scared of him because she's more cat-like."
Yeah.
And then he reconfirms it, like, "No, it was because she was a sexy woman."
Yeah, like she totally not Catwoman realizes that her face had been cut, and she starts freaking out because she's bleeding and her perfect face has been cut and all this stuff.
But she's very vain.
Yeah, very much. She goes full force and uses her vicious cat.
Yeah, vicious cat Mysticker to turn into her second form.
Yeah. And the vicious cat is a transform Mysticker, like the one that the Beast used.
One is exactly like Beast.
Yeah, but this one's different. It's more rare and it's more powerful.
Because she can turn into a kitty cat.
Yeah, it has 3 stages that it progressively like switches into as time goes on.
Yeah, very Dragon Ball-esque, I would say.
Yeah. Like, it's sad to say this is the Frieza of this series.
The Frieza, yeah, pretty much the Frieza or Cell, Majin Buu, like any of the later villains that transformed type bit, like, well, this is not my final form.
Yeah.
Type bullshit. And
exactly.
But it's still, she does look pretty menacing though, I will admit.
Oh yeah.
It just her later form just becomes stupid.
Yeah. I think her later form looks pretty badass.
It's badass, but it's like you saw it coming.
Yeah. But we'll get into it. But
we'll get into that
first. Her first form is just like she grows more cat-like. She her claws get longer and sharper.
Kind of like how she Niche looks in Tegami Bachi a little bit with the claws, you know.
Oh, well, that's in her second form. In her first form, when she first activates it, she just gets like the cat ears and the cat tail and the longer claws.
Yeah. Yeah, she
goes in.
Yeah, she just slowly descends into cathood.
Yeah, she goes in back, and Yuka fends her off for a pretty long time. Tenjik tries to stop her a little bit, but doesn't
really
a whole lot of too much.
Yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot because she still looks like a sexy woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then even like Yuka gets up and is like, oh man, her speed and power is on a whole nother level now.
It increased more.
Yeah, and now you see her in her second form, and it is very Tegami Bachi with
the claws,
the black fur like things, and she still looks incredible.
Yeah, she does actually. And but very menacing.
Yeah. And so Yuka's like, oh man, Tenjik's not fighting not because she's sexy. Yeah. She's a cat type. That has to be what it is.
Yeah, this is where it contradicts itself.
Yeah. And then but so Yuka's all like, well, fine, like I'll just have to do this without.
Like, yeah, our usual tag team won't work. I got to do this myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So.
And she even says thank you to Tenjik, who didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And now Yuka's going to take her on herself, you know.
Yeah. And Catwoman runs up. She's like, Yuka uses her hammer to as a shield as Catwoman runs up and slashes the roll cake into pieces, but Yuka's not there.
Yeah, Yuka's not there. She's somewhere. She's underground, and apparently she comes up with the fork, stabs the claws, and literally just twists around and fucking
spins like you would twirl spaghetti on and snaps all of her claws off.
Yeah, snaps the claws off. Which that was cool.
I did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, no, you didn't. And but it's still really cool. And now this is where she goes into her final form.
Yeah, she goes into her final form, demon cat mode.
Yeah, which it looks like one of the tailed beasts from Naruto.
Yeah, it very much does.
It very much does, and it's even some of the markings on them look.
Yeah, it's got the swirly patterns,
like a lot of the tailed beasts have, and it's very similar, and it's now she's stronger now.
Yeah.
Now I was able to smack Yuka around.
She makes she makes the comment about how it's she should feel she should feel proud or that how she admires them. Yeah, because nobody lives to see her form or something like that.
Yeah, but she should be glad. You're lucky. You're one of the few people that actually lived to see this part.
Yeah, so she goes full demon mode, and I just think it's a really big her first form. She gets whatever. Her second form a little furrier and a little more she claws. Still looks
has longer claws.
Sexy Catwoman yeah. And then her third form is full on demon cat, and I think it's a pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty big leaps in transformation.
Yeah,
what I mean. It's still it still has that Dragon Ball-esque where their leaps of transformation are really weird and fucked up.
Yeah, but so the demon cat slashes with her claw down all of the supporting pillars supporting the roof.
The roof over their head.
Yeah, and if for whatever reason it does not cause a collapse to happen.
Yeah,
But
even though they all break.
yeah, she just slices all of them down, and even Yuka's just slice all those pillars down. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And
And then we see later, like, we see in the next panels, like, it starts breaking, and all of a sudden we see the giant cat lady pretty much flying through the wall.
yeah, she goes to attack Yuka, and there's an explosion, and then you see it break, and then you flying through like 4 other walls, and then she's all like, "What was that explosion?" And then you just see Tenjik, the mighty Tenjik, Yuka, explosive blast
Mysticker.
his stump. It's like, this is why I love Tenjik so much, because he is literally a bomb rat. Like, that is his entire thing.
He is a bomb rat. He is the bomb rat. Bomber rat.
But yeah, Tenjik even says that it's like, I wasn't going to attack a woman even if she's my enemy, and I was shivering because you were getting sexier and sexier, but now you're just a demon cat.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, he contradicted himself.
Well, I don't think he contradicted himself. It's just
Yuka contradicted.
Yuka gave the doubt. And it was just like, no, that can't be the reason. Because she's a cat, and then it's it's because she was a woman.
No, because Yuka said it like, you're not fighting her because she's a sexy woman, and then she's like, no wait, like that's where the contradiction was. Like, no wait, maybe it's because she's a cat type now. Like, no, and then Tenjik just like, nope, you were right the first time.
It was all because she was a woman.
Yep.
Cat, so I can go full force.
And Yuka. She should have noticed. She should have just been like, no, I was right, you little bastard.
Yeah.
She should have been like that instead of being kind of shocked. You know?
I do like how she's shocked by the whole thing. That's like, that's really why you froze solid. And then Tenjik even taunts her and says, go ahead and change back to the second form if you can.
Yeah, it's like, can you just get over it a bit? That's kind of funny. And then
then you see his ultimate technique as the Catwoman finally comes in to
like do the final blow.
And she's already pissed. It's like, don't joke around with me. And then Tenjik
jumps up with
her stomach.
Does like a little sonic ball, and like literally becomes uses his needles as a shotgun.
Yeah, he uses the blast technique to launch himself forward, and like blast like straight into her stomach. And you see like a shot of her like getting hit, her back bulging out and everything.
Yeah, this like cool kind of like
shotgun.
Yeah, which the cool like all the those shots of all the needles going around and stuff.
His signature technique, cornered rat. As he just explodes into needles.
Yeah. And now they just yank her. They yank her Mysticker now.
Yeah. And I do kind of like it's kind of ruined because the panels are literally right next to each other, so there's no actual build up. But the cat lady's lying on the ground, and she's just and then Yuka just says like, "I'd be pleased to take your ellipse."
Mysticker.
The next panel is your Mysticker and collection. I already have an empty spot.
Waiting for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now they kind of they're done their banter really, and then now Yuka explains about Tengoku. Yeah, I mean, like, it took her half a year to be able to even use it properly.
Yeah, so maybe Misora won't
be able to do it
at all.
She just literally became a blazer.
Yeah, hasn't even used it yet. She just got it.
Yeah, and now it cuts back to Danji and Misora's fight.
Yeah. And Danji unleashes his signature technique, Mosquito Scatter Dance, and just kind of blasts Misora right off the edge, and she just like starts falling into this giant
Falling
hole in the ground.
hole. Yeah, it gets.
Yeah.
And then as Donji does, saying it was quick and easy, ha ha ha.
Yeah. And then you see Misora falling, and then her pouch opens up, and all of her stickers start flying everywhere. It's
as Misora does.
You guys gotta get buttons or zippers or something.
Some kind of Velcro. Hell, I'll take a zip tie.
Yeah, just rubber band, anything. Just keep your shit secure.
Yeah, exactly.
But as she's falling, she sees
Tengoku. Yeah.
She reaches out to it, and she starts thinking about how she's letting all these different people down, and then Tengoku just kind of buys into her hand,
and she puts it on. She traces Tengoku. And she says,
she's just like, well, it's either sink or swim, and just slaps it on.
Yeah, and then also we see her hit the ground.
Yeah, hit the ground, huge explosion of smoke, and Donji's just sitting there. It's like, oh, ha, ha, women seriously are weak. Oh, I'm so great. And then he stops for a minute and looks. He stops for a minute and looks down. The smoke clears, and where
it turns into a book.
Where Yuka should be, there's just a giant book with an eye and
with some jagged edges near its pages.
Yeah.
It's like, what's left of Misora's God? What is this? A giant book? Like, it's a giant fucking book.
It's the Great Tengoku.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that ends the volume. That is volume 3. That ends volume 3. And alright. So far, your thoughts on volume 3?
I did enjoy it. Like we this bit, but I know like the last time we did it, we really hammered in the
comparisons to Naruto so much.
Yeah, and it's just like, it is, like I said, like, I personally don't care about it, but at the same time, like, it's just noticeable.
Yeah, it's really noticeable. It's not like a subtle homage, like, it's like he literally just yoinked the character design and just changed it slightly so to get away from copyright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can understand why people accuse him of plagiarism.
Yeah.
And like that being like, I do still like the series, and this volume is pretty sure it's all like uphill.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, from what it looks like it's gonna be like Daichi's gonna be a way better character than he was.
Yeah, like you ready? Like Daichi is less Daichi in this volume.
The only time he was like being like classic Daichi, I should say, is about the phone bit. Like, I only got this because it makes me look cool. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
And I mean, that's literally his whole. That's gonna be. He's always gonna have to take pictures of himself every time he does something cool.
Yeah, like other than that, that's what he does. Like, other than that, it's like he's not whiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's finally starting to understand what it means to be a blazer and like how to do it.
Yeah, I actually can't wait to see like the next volume. I can't wait to see like how this all turns out. I hope the battle with Shuga. I hope they make a big battle with Shuga at some point soon. And I'm guessing Shuga might be the first of the 5 pillars to go down, though.
I can say from what I remember. No, at least in the next volume, I don't know if it's if Shuga gets his fight. That might be 2 volumes from now. Mm-hmm. But I do know that I'm pretty sure the next volume is going to be finishing her badass moment. And
Misora versus Danji, and then like.
Yeah, and then also it's going to be the Daichi versus Kaine fight, and
It
I
for
might be
most of
wrong.
it.
Maybe it's going to be Shuga's fight or Shuga's whole thing next volume, and then it'll be the Daichi
Daichi
fight,
versus Shuga,
but
maybe, or maybe Kuroki versus Shuga. You know what I mean? Again, you know what I mean?
it'll probably be Kuroki. I think I don't fully remember. I just I think the next volume is going to be the Daichi and Kaine fight, but we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited now. I'm kind of excited to see this. Like, sorry for like we had to re-record this again. OBS is OBS is one of those programs that's very fickle.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes it makes me sound really tinny. And most of the time it doesn't. But it just decided to say like, nope. You know what? You're not working today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I think it's gonna be good from here, and I'll leave I'll leave in the description where you can go read the manga in Japanese, and you know what I mean, buy it digitally, I guess, because you can only buy volume 1. But I linked to other Seishi Kishimoto work to there as well, which I think we should read. I think one of the if we do another Seishi Kishimoto work, we have to read 666 Satan. We have to read
Okay.
that one. That one's really good.
Either add it to the wheel or add it to the list. Either way.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna add it to the list because that one's really good.
All right. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a look-see.
Because that's where it's that's I think where it's more I think more creativity is there in a sense. But who knows? Well then, okay. Next week we'll be reading Tegami Bachi Volume 3, and alright, I will see you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
See ya. Alright.